Welcome to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support while you go through the divorce process. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello, and welcome to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce, the podcast where we navigate the complexities of relationships and the challenging decisions that come with getting a divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today, we're going to provide a practical guide, a 10-point checklist for those going through the divorce process. Now, divorce can be overwhelming, but having a checklist can help you stay organized and focused during this difficult time. So let's dive into the essential points to consider when going through a divorce. Point number one, self-reflection. Take the time to self-reflect. Understand your reasonings for pursuing a divorce and be clear about your goals and priorities. Second point, legal consultation. If you haven't found an attorney already, you may want to consider seeking legal advice early in the process as possible. Consult with a family law attorney who specializes in divorce cases to understand your rights, responsibilities, and the legal implications of your decisions. Number three, financial assessment. You're going to want to conduct a thorough financial assessment. Gather information about assets, debts, and income to ensure a comprehensive understanding of your financial situation. You're going to need it for the financial affidavit anyway, so it's a good idea to get very familiar with the finances. Point four, budget planning. Create a post-divorce budget. Understand your new financial reality and identify areas where adjustments may be needed. Getting a head start on what life is going to be like after the divorce will help things go smoother for you when you reach that spot. Number five, communication with spouse. Establish open and honest communication with your soon-to-be ex-spouse. Discuss important matters such as child custody, visitation, and financial arrangements. Number six, co-parenting plan. Develop a co-parenting plan. Clearly outline custody arrangements, visitation schedules, and responsibilities to create a stable environment for your children. If possible, you're going to want to discuss this with your soon-to-be ex-spouse to expedite it so that the plan can be ready to go as quickly as possible and you guys can start putting it forward. Now, point number seven, emotional support. You're going to want to build a support system. Surround yourself with friends, family, or a therapist who can provide emotional support during this challenging time. You're going to lean on them, and that's okay. Use them as a resource to get you through this process. Point eight is documentation. You're going to want to keep detailed records. Document all communications with your ex-spouse, financial transactions, and any relevant information that may be useful during the divorce process. By having the documentation, you'll be able to provide it to your attorney and or the court should anything be needed. Number nine, mediation consideration. It might be good to explore mediation options. Mediation can be more amicable and cost-effective in ways to reduce and resolve disputes compared to lengthy court battles. And our last point, number 10 here, future planning. You got to look to the future. It's already in motion. Consider your post-divorce goals and aspirations. This could involve career plans, further education, personal development. Take a look at what support your children will need if there are children involved. Most of all, You also want to look at your self-care plan for getting you through the post-divorce timeframe with your emotions. In conclusion, going through a divorce is more than a challenging process. I think nobody would disagree with that. But having a checklist can provide a roadmap for navigating the complexities. Remember to seek professional advice, communicate openly, and prioritize your well-being and that of your children. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I hope this checklist serves as a valuable resource for those going through the divorce process. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial issues you would like to discuss, feel free to contact me. My phone and email is in the description of the podcast. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care. Good day and welcome to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce, the podcast that looks into the intricacies of relationships and the challenging decisions that come with divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to explore a pretty important aspect of divorce, maintaining the family routine during this difficult process. Divorce, as I probably don't need to point out, is a significant life change that can bring about lots of disruptions and uncertainty, especially for kids. One way to provide stability and comfort during this time is by preserving the family routine as much as possible. It's important to recognize that routines for your kid's life is critical. Routines provide a sense of security, predictability, and normalcy, which can be particularly comforting during the upheaval of a divorce. As you navigate through the divorce process, make a concerted effort to communicate with your ex-spouse about the importance of maintaining certain aspects of the family routine. This may include bedtime rituals, mealtime schedules, or weekend activities that your children are accustomed to. Being consistent is key. Aim to keep the daily routines as similar as possible between both households. If bedtime is typically at a certain hour, try to maintain that schedule regardless of which parent the children are with. Consistency helps children feel secure in their new reality. Coordinate with your ex-spouse to create a shared family calendar. This can include important dates, school events, extracurricular activities, and any changes in the visitation schedule. A shared calendar promotes transparency and ensures that both parents are on the same page. When it comes to school routines, collaborate with your ex-spouse on matters such as homework schedules, parent-teacher conferences, and school events. Keeping both parents actively involved in the children's education helps maintain a sense of normalcy. Be flexible, but within reason. While maintaining routine is crucial, it's essential to recognize that some adjustments may be necessary. Allow for flexibility in the schedule when needed, but communicate these changes to the children in advance to minimize surprises. You're going to want to encourage open communication with your children. Let them know that while things are changing, some aspects of their daily lives will remain constant. Address any concerns or questions they may have and reassure them that both parents are there to support them. You're going to want to take care of yourself. The stress of divorce is often overwhelming, but by prioritizing your own well-being, you'll be better equipped to maintain the family routine. Ensure that you have time for self-care, whether it's through exercise, therapy, or simply taking a moment to recharge. Wrapping up this session, maintaining the family routine during the divorce process is a powerful way to provide stability and comfort to your children. By working collaboratively with your ex-spouse, staying consistent, and prioritizing open communication, you can ease the transition for your family. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Remember that in the midst of change, preserving elements of familiarity can be a source of strength for both you and your kids. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me. My information is in the description. You can call or email. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce, the podcast where we explore the complexities of relationships and the challenges that come with divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're diving into a topic that might feel counterintuitive during a divorce: the importance of having some fun along the way. I don't have to say it, but divorce is undoubtedly a serious and often emotionally charged process. It's brutal. But it's important to remember that life continues, and finding moments of joy can be essential for your well-being and getting through the process. Let's acknowledge that experiencing moments of happiness or having fun during a divorce doesn't diminish the significance of the process. It's not about trivializing the situation, but recognizing the need for balance and self-care. Consider this. Amidst the legal meetings, emotional conversations, and paperwork, finding time for activities that bring you joy can be a form of self-preservation. Whether it's just spending time with friends, engaging in hobbies, or taking a short trip, these moments can be rejuvenating. It's important to give yourself permission to experience joy. You don't need to put your life on hold completely. Remember, taking care of your mental and emotional well-being is essential, and having some fun can contribute to a healthier mindset. Engaging in enjoyable activities doesn't mean you're disregarding the gravity of the situation. Rather, it's a recognition that life is multifaceted, and finding moments of happiness doesn't negate the challenges you're facing. It's about balance. Consider involving your friends or family in these moments. Having a support system that encourages you to enjoy life's pleasures can be invaluable during a divorce. Social connections can provide a sense of normalcy and remind you that you are not alone. Be mindful of guilt. It's common for individuals going through a divorce to feel guilty about experiencing joy, especially when the process is emotionally charged. Remember that taking care of yourself emotionally allows you to navigate the challenges more effectively. Go ahead, plan small moments of joy intentionally. Whether it's a movie night, a weekend getaway, or a hobby that you've been neglecting, setting aside time for these activities can provide a mental break and contribute to your overall well-being. Finding healthy outlets for stress is important as well. Divorce can be incredibly stressful, and engaging in activities you enjoy can serve as a constructive way to cope with the emotional toll. Consider activities like meditation, exercise, or creative pursuits. In conclusion, it's absolutely okay to have some fun during the divorce process. Balancing the seriousness of the situation with moments of joy is not only permissible, but advisable for your mental and emotional health. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Remember, taking care of yourself is not a luxury, but a necessity, especially during this difficult time. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hi, and welcome to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce, the podcast that explores the intricacies of relationships and the challenging decisions with divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, I'd like to talk about a unique aspect of divorce: vacationing with the kids during the divorce process. Let's take a look. As we've said a number of times in this podcast, divorce is undoubtedly a challenging journey, and navigating family vacations is just an extra layer of complexity. The decision to embark on a trip with your kids during the divorce process requires careful consideration and planning. It's essential to gauge the emotional readiness of both you and your children. Going through a divorce is emotionally taxing, and taking a vacation might provide a much-needed break. But it's critical to assess if everyone is in the right mindset for a trip. Communication is important. Talk to your ex-spouse about the idea of a family vacation. Discuss the logistics, the duration of the trip, and the potential benefits for the children. Being on the same page with your co-parent can help create a positive experience for everyone involved. Choose a destination that aligns with the interests and preferences of your children. This is an opportunity to create a positive memory during a challenging time. Whether it's a beach getaway, a theme park adventure, or a nature retreat, select a destination that resonates with the whole family. While planning, consider the practical aspects of the trip. Coordinate the dates to ensure it doesn't interfere with any court hearings or important divorce-related appointments. Additionally, be clear about the financial aspects and how expenses will be shared between you and your ex-spouse. During the vacation, focus on creating supportive and enjoyable environment for your children. Be mindful of their emotional needs and encourage open communication. This is a time for bonding and building positive experiences that can help them cope with the challenges of divorce. It's also important to manage expectations. Understand that not everything may go as planned, and unforeseen emotions or challenges might arise. Have contingency plans in place and be flexible to adapt to the needs of your children and the dynamics of the situation. While on vacation, be sure to prioritize some self-care for yourself. Take moments to relax and recharge, ensuring that you're in a positive mindset to create a supportive and enjoyable environment for your children. Returning from the vacation, maintain open communication with your ex-spouse about the experience. Discuss what worked well and any challenges that arose. This reflection can provide valuable insights for future co-parenting efforts. Now, also keep in mind that it's not necessary that both spouses go on the trip. It is possible that only one of the spouses will be with the kids during this time frame, and that they are going to start new memories together. And that's all right. In conclusion, vacationing with kids during the divorce process can be a positive and healing experience if approached thoughtfully. It's an opportunity to create lasting memories and foster a sense of normalcy during a time of transition. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Remember, navigating a divorce involves numerous decisions, and a well-thought-out vacation can actually contribute to the well-being of both you and your children. Should you have any questions on this topic or other financial planning issues, feel free to contact me with the information in the description. Give me a call, drop me an email. Happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care. Hello, and welcome to this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional. And today happens to be one of those unique podcasting days. Today is Christmas. It's a day I celebrate with my kids, my family, my girlfriend. And while I know not everybody celebrates this holiday, whichever holiday you do celebrate during this time of year, this message I feel is still meaningful and will resonate. Being that this is during the process of divorce, you might be just getting done with it. You might actually be in the middle of it. This may be your first holiday after you just got divorced. Thing is, it's a holiday like you've had in the past, but it'll be a little different. The goal is still the same, though. I still have the same goal. It's creating lasting memories. It's not about, what has happened or what will happen. It's about kind of being in the moment, being present, and understanding, especially if you have kids, what, the day looks like for them. and spending good quality time, whether it's with the kids, with the family, or just friends. Quality time is so important. And I think after you get divorced, time becomes a much more forefront idea. You start to realize that there is only so much of it you have with your kids, and spending it in the best way possible is often what you're trying to do. Now, the holiday is also a time where you can create new traditions or pick up older traditions that fell by the wayside between you and your ex-spouse. It's not something that you actually even have to have a plan for. However you do things. Whatever you enjoy, you enjoy. And I can share from experience that the holidays are different, but I still find them extremely fulfilling, just being around everyone. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and I hope whichever holiday you celebrate, it's full of positive energy, laughter, and good times. After all, life is short. Don't make it shorter. Try to stretch it out as long as you can. And I say this all the time, and I would be remiss if I didn't say it again today. If you need anything I can assist with on divorce or the financial aspect of things, I am available and happy to help. I want to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and all the best.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.